At Proctor Public Schools, we're more than just a district. We're a journey. Every day, our teachers, staff, and students work together, building knowledge, confidence, and character mile by mile. From our early learners to our graduates ready for the world ahead, we're fueling curiosity, connecting ideas, and driving innovation, all while keeping our eyes on the horizon. Because here in Proctor, we don't just ride the rails, we are the rails, educating, engaging, and inspiring the next generation to go full steam ahead.
Good morning and welcome into the Target Center for Game 2 here for the 2026 Unified Basketball Playoff and Championship games. Ted Kiefert here along with Luke Smith and Carter Ringo on our cameras and our broadcast. Want to thank the Special Olympics and for allowing us to be here. Game 2, well, let's do a recap. Game 1. Game 1 saw Champlin Park and Prior Lake High School. Champlin Park takes the win 34-25 with some big steals and advancements in the second half. You had Alvedo and also the big man in Tyler Dahl that went down and had a big steal and kind of pushed out to a lead. It was 18-18 till there was about 9 minutes left, and then Champlin Park just kind of went out and did their job and got the W. So they will move off to the first place game. Prior Lake will move off to the third place game. And this one's going to feature up a good matchup. Two teams that across our sports world, especially in basketball, have seen many people. And that is the Pequot Lake Patriots and the Proctor Rails unified. So it'll be a big jump. One of the things to notice is you're going to see one of our jerseys for Gabe Kicker is now going to be number 1 instead of 0 as listed on the schedule or on the roster. So just know that is a change. And we're going to get ready to get underway here for game number 2. Again, a huge thank you to all 4 teams that are here today, their coaches, their unified partners, and players. And also another huge thank you to Proctor Public Schools, our admin that allows myself and our students to come down and do this, as it is a super cool thing that we get to do. And we're going to get underway here. So hitting the floor, we're going to have Jay Buckets. We're going to have Noah Harnell. We're also going to have for the Rails out there, Trevor Anderson, one of our senior unified partners, and also Keyshawn Gilbert out there, senior unified partner as well. So that'll be the starting 5 for the Rails. On the other side, we're going to see who we're going to get here. Let's see, we're going to have number 54, that's Noah Blanchard, a senior unified player. We're going to have number 33, that's Nick Wallen, a unified player as well. We're also going to have Mason Levine, a ninth grade athlete. Number 20, Logan Arnold, a 12th senior athlete. And over on the far side, we have Raylan Moore, an 8th grader, one of our athletes too. That's Moore. Moore's got the ball, far right side, now looking for somewhere to go. Puts it off, can't get it to fall. Down with the big board is one of the unified partners. And that pass pushed out, and that's going to be taken. Jay Bucket's going to drive to the far end, going to go stop, pop, and can't get it to fall, but right there in the waiting hands of Anderson. Now Gilbert will be pushing up to the top side. Lenz. Oh, big smart steal, and that Moore almost had, but Lenz able to knock it down and keep with it. Gives it back to Jay Buckets. Buckets dribbles to Harnell. Harnell, big point. Bucket can't get it to fall, but Gilbert down with the board and back out to Anderson. Bucket steps out. Now going to look for it. Now it's going to hit the hands of Arnold, but now it's going to drop as Anderson picks it up. Arnold, good defense there. Pushes the right side of Lenz. Lenz going to drive down towards the right side block, takes a step up off the glass, and down to the waiting hands of Blanchard. And here come the Patriots. Patriots in the offensive side. Running to the board. This is Arnold. Arnold puts it up, and Arnold on the board and gets 2. Arnold for 2. And Anderson will bring it up. We'll try to get some words from one of the student coaches. Maybe Chloe Carlson will come on air with us as she's standing here. And 2 bucket points for Harnell and Harnell on the board for the day. And 2-2 your score here first half. Bringing it up for the Patriots, number 33. That's Nick Wallen. Wallen pushes it left side to Moore. Moore, big three-point bucket for Moore. So Moore, the Steph Curry of the Patriots, hits a big three, and your score 5-2. Buckets, drives through traffic. Drives, now comes back out, now turns, fires just a little too hard. That's going to come down into the waiting hands of Arnold. Arnold stops. Now pushes it to the right side. Blanchard all the way across to Moore. Moore for another big three. That's going to fall short. Buckets down with the board. Buckets going to slow it down a little bit. Going to give it off to Anderson. And Anderson will settle things down for the Rails. 5-2 your score here. Harnell turns, fires. Can't get it to fall. Keyshawn there. Buckets try to get it two. Now off the foot. Now on the floor. Buckets going to take it away from Anderson. Oh, loses the footing. And that's going to go out of bounds. As his lost his footings. Floor a little sweat there. So there's a turnover out of bounds as we're listening to the Special Olympics workers here talking about he had sneakers on. Nice dance and drive through as down is Arnold. Arnold on the board for another two. Arnold, a senior for the Patriots, going to get back on defense. Anderson had to give up the dribble. Now gives it to Lenz. Lenz going to move left side, goes up and around, pushes it off to Harnell. Harnell's going to drive in, up, glass, can't get it to fall. Anderson tried to get the board. Oh, they're going to say it went off the Patriots, so it'll stay green ball. So Gilbert pinballing it now for the Rails into Lenz. Lenz drops it, can't get it to fall. Good try there, but Gilbert got a hand on it, so Anderson's going to get that board and gets it again. Can't get that to fall, and down with it is Moore. Moore comes this way, going to hand that off. Arnold going to drive towards the block, throws it up, can't get it to fall, but Gilbert down with it, and here comes the Rails going back to the other side. 16-11 here first half. Your score 7-2 Pequot Lakes. Anderson to Lenz. Lenz for a big three. Oh, I thought he was going to try to hit a big three. Harnell can't get it to fall. Anderson can't get the board. That fell into the hands of Blanchard, and here come the Patriots. Oh, going to try to go to Arnold, add to his point, but can't get it to fall, though. And down with it is Keyshawn Gilbert. Gilbert going to move to the right side. Long pass to Anderson. That one's intercepted. And turnover by Arnold. Arnold's going to drive back to the other side, going to go through the defense. Now going to turn, give that away. And that's going to be an over and back violation. And so that'll go the other way. So it'll be green ball. We got subs coming in. So coming in for the Rails, we're going to have Parker Swart. We're going to have kicker. We're going to have Kraus. We're going to have, who else we got? Mitchell. And we also have Johnson on the other side. Not a huge switch. Everybody's the same except for coming in is number 52. That's Caden Johnson, the Puglisi, on the right side. And here comes Avery. Avery had a turnover there. Now going to be put up. Big, high, long pass. Swart down with it. Gives it off to Kicker. Kicker going to drive the court. Going to try to get to the block, up off the glass, and the Rails have two. 7-4. Your lead shrinks to 3. Johnson Puglisi brings it up the floor. Now gives this off. Arnold brings in the offense side, right into the paint. No defense there, and that's going to go off the hands, and that's going to go. Oh, Avery touched it before it got out. And now coming in for the Patriots is number 42. That's Amelia Reynolds. And going to take a seat is going to be Blanchard. Moore to inbound it for the Patriots, does left side. And easy bucket there for number 42. That's Amelia Reynolds. Right side, Swart. Big kicker for 2. And here it comes Again, Arnold. Wallen. More for a big NBA type three. That falls right into the waiting hands of Arnold. He pushes it back out into the waiting hands of Wallen. Wallen pushes inside to Moore. Moore's going to try to come up and around, and now looking for a place to go with it. Pushes out. This is in the hands of Reynolds. Reynolds for two. I think they're going to say that Reynolds, the 2 buckets for Reynolds isn't going to count because she's a unified partner. So that might change. Yeah, she's listed as a unified partner, but I'm not sure what they're going to do here. As you can hear the rails down here having a conversation. I'm going to get out of the view there so that you can see what's going on. So they're going to check to see what's going on. Not sure what's going on. Maybe needs a bracelet. I'm not sure.
Yeah, she's an athlete.
So there's a little bit of conversation going on down here. And they're doing some fixing and some moving around. Try to get things figured out here. So it's going to be green ball coming out of whatever the information was that we needed to get. And so it'll be green ball. Berkland and Leposki down there working on their deal with the coaches for Pequot. We got Brooke and Miss Johnson, Anna Johnson down there kind of standing there having a conversation as the rails try to inbound. Big long pass to Moore. Moore puts it up, can't get it to fall, and Swart down with it. This is up to Kicker. Kicker moves right now, goes left side, left hand, and for two. Kicker on the board again. A 3-point deficit here for the Rails. 12:46 left to go, first half. And Pequot's going to move into the offensive side. This is Wallen, drops the block. And no doing. I'm confused, but maybe I'm. And Kicker for another two. This one comes into the middle. Drops into Johnson Puglisi. He loses a footing, goes down. They're going to stay Patriots ball. And that's going to be a foul on Gabe Kicker. That'll be his first, team's first. Turns and fires. And there's the shot. Looking for something. Swart had that one taken away. So Parker defensively here now. Defensively against Wallen. Wallen goes inside to Moore. And Moore gets it to fall for two. So Moore, a shooting machine. 13-10 your score. 3-point deficit still for the Rails. And here come the Rails. Kicker off the glass. Can't get it to fall. Knocks it out. And coming up the other side is going to be... that's going to be number 3, Wallen. And so Wallen for 3 there. And we're going to get some subs in here. Kicker can't get that one to fall, but nice board and put back by Parker. So still a 3-point game. Moore pushes up. This is Wallen. Wallen going to drive towards the line. Wallen looking for somewhere to go with it. Gives this off. Johnson Puglisi. Puglisi puts it up off the glass, not able to get it to fall. And Swart pushes it forward. This is Kicker. Kicker up off the glass. Can't get it to fall, but down, had the board with Swart. Here comes Wallen. Wallen with a big three, and a foul going to be called as Wallen was in the act. And that'll be Gabe's second, team second. And going to go to the line is going to be number 8, Rylan Moore, a 8th grader. Put it on. So I'm joined right now by one of the student coaches for our Rock and Rails, Chloe Carlson. Chloe, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am so good. How are things going with this team? Talk to us about the balance this year as you guys roll through the unified program. Just, tell us about the balance. Tell us what it means to you as a student.
I feel like it's just such a fun opportunity to be able to work with the athletes, and just seeing on their the smiles on their faces is unforgettable.
And how has that changed you and your senior class? I mean, you come into a space where a lot of schools don't have a program like this, and we really do have that true separation of groups, right? And that's what it is. It's groups to where, the name Unified says it all, but I mean, it really is unified in our halls. I mean, my classroom on a senior hallway, and I hear these guys yelling for you guys all the time, and you guys don't walk away. You have the conversations, you spend the time, you have that relationship. I mean, how has that changed you and your senior class?
Yeah, I feel like at the beginning of the year, we talked about just really trying to bring inclusivity to our school and just making that connection with the athletes, and just so that they feel welcomed, and just having everyone be able to be welcoming and just accepting.
Absolutely. And last but not least, and we'll let you get back to your coaching duties because I know that's where you'd rather be. What are your hopes for, you talk about that inclusivity, right? That unified piece. What do you hope that not only your unified partners, but the athletes, what do you hope they take away from this experience going forward for what they have in life?
I feel like obviously just like it's a super fun opportunity for everyone involved, and just passing that down to create that environment in our school, and just keep bringing that with us wherever we go. That's
super cool. And then a totally different coach, because that was the last but not least question for that side. But just give us an update for our for those that are watching and listening about our Proctor girls basketball game, our basketball team. How are we looking? We're coming to the end of the season. Playoffs are going to be starting soon. What are we looking at? What should we be looking for?
Yeah, I feel like just finishing strong. We have a couple regular season games, and obviously a big game on Saturday. So just continuing to get better, so then we're ready for playoffs when that time comes.
Very cool. Well, Chloe, thanks for taking a few minutes, even if it was forced. Enjoy the rest of the day down here, as this is one of the best things ever. And get back to coaching.
Thank you so much for filming, too.
Absolutely. So Chloe Carlson, one of the senior captains and senior for our girls basketball team, giving us a little insight on the team. Jay buckets for a big three, can't get it to fall, and down with it was Anstem. Anstem had a big board. We are at 6:35. Your score 19-14. Turnover. Jay Buckets gets that, received from Gilbert. Now up, down, and in. So Buckets on the board, and cuts that lead. So we're going to put Jay Buckets on Moore inside. Arnold turns, drops, gives this off, and into the waiting hands of number 10, Ernst Amston, and 4-2. See if we can catch up with Coach Adams here in just a moment. One of the advisors for the Proctor Rails Unified. Buckets for 2, and it cuts that lead again as we're trying to hit buckets. Goes and thanks the official for the 2-bucket shot. And here it comes. This is Arnold, drives to the block, stops, shoots, and gets the ball. Arnold is on fire here. See if we can get an opportunity to talk to one of our advisors here as we get started. Big bucket there. Going to cut that lead back down to 3. And joining us now, we got Coach Adams. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm super good. Hey, just first off, thanks for taking a couple minutes to chat with us and the people that are watching. Gonna kind of ask all the coaches the same questions of tell us about your program, a little bit of the history, and then how it's not only changed you but changed the hallways at Proctor High School.
Well, our program has been, or we have been a unified champion school since 2015-16 school year. And we were one of the first schools in Minnesota to be a unified champion school. So that's pretty amazing for a small school like us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're up in the middle of nowhere, as people would like to say about us,
Exactly.
when we're really not in the middle of nowhere. We're right off the highway. But we're that small. Our middle school, high school is the same size as most middle-sized high schools.
Exactly.
So, and how's it changed the halls? I mean, I know that working in the classroom that you're in, that's down the admin hallway, stuff like that, but you get all over the building. How's it changed, the pace of things from your eyes with this unified program?
Well, it's really amazing when you're walking down the hall and you see some of our athletes walking with their unified partners, or unified partners high-fiving them when they pass them in the hallway. And I believe they feel included and just a normal, regular student.
Yeah, Chloe and I were talking about that, because I'm trying to also talk with some of the student coaches as well, and it's that change of going from having the typical 2 groups to, for the lack of better words, unified.
Yep, and that's exactly what we want to be at Proctor.
And the Rails take the first lead of their game, 24-23 here, 3:22, clock ticking first half. Yeah, so, and I talked with Chloe as well, we talked about, that it really is an inclusion piece, because my classroom being in that senior hallway, I hear these guys like Mr. James and Noah and others yelling for these high school kids that, I hate to say it, but in a normal setting, there isn't the relationship that these kids have. And these kids actually stop and have the conversation, give them the high fives like you're talking about. But it's more than just that. They actually stop and talk to these kids and make them part of their lives.
Yes, they absolutely do.
So how does it, I'll leave you with this one. And hopefully you won't do like last game, I won't get a cliche answer.
Uh-oh.
And it's, we've been there, we've done this. My question is what is the big change that you see from our unified partners when they come into a program like this, and they actually maybe go from being that, I don't want to say secluded, but grouped, if you will, popular person? What are those changes that you've seen from those students when they start in a unified program?
Well, we see leadership,
Yeah.
which is a big thing, but they also include our athletes in that leadership.
Yeah, I mean, and that's huge, right? Because we're trying to build those life skills for our athletes to be able to go out and be supportive of themselves and actually give them that mental strength to do that.
Yes.
So, hey, thank you so much. I know you got about a minute and a half left here that you want to get this team, because you're starting to rock. The Rock and Rails are starting to make some noise here, 28-23. Thank you for stepping in. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So that was Coach Adams stepping in for a few moments to give us a little bit of stuff on the Rock and Rails, as the Rails have during that interview. We might have to keep you on because you started to get points and get a lead when we have you on. So we can't break a streak, right? No, coming back the other way. This is more Spops. Got a hand up in there, was kicker. And Len's going to go get that before it goes out of bounds. He's going to try to go, he's going to say touch the sideline. So that's going to be a turnover. 1 minute left here. First half, 28-23. Your Rock and Rails leading the Patriots of Pequot Lakes. Good board there by Swart. Swart's going to see. You got Gabe Kicker, far right side. As Swart's looking around, seeing where to go. Now gives up the dribble, puts it back up to Anderson. Anderson going to move right side. Now into the edge paint, pushes it out. Anna can't get it to fall. Swart tried to get the board, but coming down the other way, this is Moore. Long pass to Moore. Moore hitting buckets all day long. Can't get it to fall. Parker down with it, and we're going to head back the other way. So into Anderson. Anderson can't get it to fall. And Moore down with the board. 20 seconds. Good little, almost what looked like kind of a full court pressure. Anderson going to come out and stopping back for a three. Can't get that to fall. And Johnson Puglisi tried to get a hand on it. Johnson going to throw that one out of bounds. Clock will wind down, and that is going to be your halftime score. At halftime, your score 28-23. The Rock and Rails of Proctor High School leading the Patriots of Pequot Lakes. We're going to take a break. We're going to hear from the majority of our sponsors, and then we'll come back right after that. We'll be back.
Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop. Proctor Pizza offers baked pizza, unbaked pizza, subs, tacos, wraps, salads, tater tots, nachos, burritos, and more. Proctor's local family business for over 35 years. Proctor Pizza offers brand new monthly specials, such as the taco pizza, bacon cheeseburger pizza, Hawaiian pizza, and more. Proctor Pizza.
We want students to be creative thinkers. We want them to be innovators. We want them to be problem solvers. And we want to provide them the space and the ability to be able to create things and design things and manufacture opportunities within this community. And so Pathways allows them the space and the creativity to be able to really hone in on their strengths and their abilities to make a difference in the world.
When we talk about Proctor Pathways, we talk about building a culture. And this culture is all about providing those opportunities for our students to graduate with a plan instead of just planning to graduate, and to understand how what they're learning in their everyday classes applies to what they want to do after high school. We have business leaders from throughout our community reaching out to us, and as a result our students are getting opportunities to go and do internships, job shadows, and get their hands dirty in places that we didn't even think would be possible.
Students, we see them in the 9th grade, they may not be engaged in the traditional track. Then when you start finding the trades, such as culinary or welding, they're the hands-on kind of students, and we just see a transformation where now they're engaged in coming to school versus not coming to school before, being late to class, or actually being early to class and wanting to stay late.
There's so many different paths to choose from that it does keep them interested. One day they might be learning how to write a resume. The next day they're hearing from a speaker from an industry they never heard of.
We allow students to try as many different opportunities as possible. So we don't lock a student into a specific path or a specific pathway. We allow them to pick and choose different experiences because we believe that exposure is incredibly important.
You can do any different job shadows, you can go college tours, you can do pretty much anything that you probably wouldn't do anywhere else.
If you want to do a career that needs 4 years of college, awesome. We have support, we have resources, we will help you do those things. If you want to join a trade, we have resources, we have those connections and networking opportunities for you. And so it really helps all students figure out what they want to do and then prepare them for that.
Our community has really embraced the fact that what we offer here for our students is vital to the health of our society and our community. So we want to make sure that we're up to the challenge of making sure our students are ready. Those combinations and partnerships with our business community are helping equip us to be able to do that for our students.
Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco is your leader for trailer sales, maintenance, and repair in the Northland. With brands such as Aluma, Look, Pace, and more, we have a trailer for every need. Don't forget, we also sell and install snowplows for all vehicle types. Searching for a Mahindra tractor? We have you covered with over 8 different models in stock and ready to tackle projects of all sizes. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
And back here live at the Target Center, your score at halftime, 28-23. The Rock and Rails lead the Patriots of Pequot Lakes High School. Again, big shout outs to Special Olympics Minnesota. Big shout out to Minnesota Unified and to everybody that's allowing us to be down here and be part of this. We're just happy to be here. I got myself, Luke Smith, and Carter Ringo, two of our seniors this year that unfortunately I'll be losing this year. Remember we had first game. The winner of the first game was Champlain Park. They beat Prior Lake, 34-25. Champlain Park moves on to the championship game, and Prior Lake will move on to the third place game. And right now the Rails going to come out and try to get some work done here, 28-23, with that lead, and try to get themselves into that championship game as well. Last year the Rails made that championship game and took home second place. And in talking with Mr. James, he had the conversation that he wants to make sure that they get to take home that other trophy, as he called it. So the Rails looking to get that first place trophy and bring home some hardware that looks a little bit different than last year. Pequot Lakes program since 2019. We'll try to get their coach and one of their player coaches with us here sometime during this half, as we did with the Rails in the first half. Oh, and they're going to say a bad exchange between Keyshawn and Jay Buckets. So turnover, but that's okay. They're talking about it. And apparently we're not going to get back on defense, and now we're going to get a whistle. And go back the other way, and we're going to reset it on the sideline with an inbound pass. Gianna Hansen here trying to do their coaching here along with Chloe Carlson. And here comes Arnold. Arnold up off the glass, can't get it to fall. Gilbert down with it, and the Rails will come back the other way. Gives this off to Buckets. Nice pass. Buckets drives towards the block, now inside into the paint. Tries to go up and on, and does. Nice move by Jay Buckets to go up in and around. So good job there to add to that lead, 30-23, as the Rails are trying to continue to hold that lead and try to exchange point for point. This is Moore. Big, long three. Throws that one up high and long. Can't get it to fall. And chasing after that one was number 42 for Pequot. That's Reynolds. Now, Keyshawn into the paint. Block, glass. Can't get it to fall, but Buckets try to get the board, but he knocks it in the hands of Moore. Moore pushing it out. Going to drive the lane. And can't get it to fall, but Keyshawn right there for the bucket. And he's going to try to push back the other way. You got Noah Harnell, Brooke Mitchell, Avery Krause, and Jay Buckets and Keyshawn out there. Long, hard pass. That one's going to go out of bounds. And it'll go the way of the Patriots. Inbounding that is going to be number 10. That is Avery Amston. And into the hands of Moore. Moore is going to drive. Now gives that off into the hands of Arnold. Logan Arnold. Big points in the first half. Nice move there, up and around by Reynolds. And that bucket falls. And we're going to have a sub coming in. That's going to be Johnson Puglisi. And going to take a seat as Noah Puglisi goes in. Coming off is going to be Melina Scott, as she was having her time out there. Keyshawn looking for somewhere to go. Had it in the hands of Buckets. Now Moore going to take it. Going to try to cut into this lead. Can't get it to fall, but gets his own board and puts it back. And what was 7 is now 3. Anderson getting ready to come in. So is Swart. Swart, little friendly banter with Keyshawn, saying, Keyshawn, let's go. Gives this off to Buckets. Nobody following. Buckets for 3. Can't get that to fall. But Keyshawn, there's going to be a battle. Gilbert pushes it top side to Brooke Mitchell. Mitchell can't get it to fall. Back with the board. Now into the rebound. Noah Harnell. Little soft. Keyshawn trying to get the board there, but that's going to be tipped into the hands of Moore. Moore's going to streak the floor. Going to give this off to Arnold. Arnold up off the glass, little short. Buckets there to get it, knock into the hands of Gilbert. And here comes Keyshawn. They're going to try to push it back up. Noah streaking into the paint. He's got Noah Hartnell into the center of the paint. He's got Buckets streaking towards the sideline, and Buckets loses the footing again, and here comes Arnold. Arnold, big stride. Keyshawn there defensively, throws it up and gets it to fall, and now what was a 7-point game is a 1-point game. And Buckets looking for a change, but coach says no, not yet. So good job here by the Patriots to try to get something to happen. Mitchell for 2, can't get it to fall. That one's banged around, and Keyshawn will put it up, and that'll be bring it back to a 3-point lead for the Rails. And here come the subs. Jay. Lenz coming in. Harnell taking a seat. Looks like we got a full switch of participants. Good sportsmanship out there as Kicker and Arnold having good conversation before the ball inbound. Down low, coming across. Amsted pushes it back out front for Wallen. Wallen can't get it to fall. That's going to go out of bounds, and that'll be the way of the Rails. See if I can get the attention of one of the coaches down there from the Pequot Lake side. Lenz gonna drive. Oh, gives that off. Oh, there's a steal, and that's gonna go out of bounds right on the line. So it looks like we're gonna have Coach Berkland gonna come down. He's one of the student coaches. There you go, sir. So joining us right now, I'm going to make sure that I got the right coach, Coach Berkland.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Good. I knew I wrote that the right way. So with Pequot Lakes, so just going to ask a couple questions just because as we talked earlier, there's a big bucket by Pequot to cut it back down to 1. As a student athlete, and here you are unified, just tell the folks at home what unified means to you and why.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great experience. I mean, just playing with different types of people. I mean, it's just so much fun. And meeting new people, and it always brightens my day. And it's always the joy of my day. Makes me so much happy.
So how has that changed your hallways, right? Your hallways changed, right? Because what grade are you in?
I'm 11th grade.
So 11th grade. And before unified, your hallway was groups. It wasn't unified, and now you see these kids, and they see you, and it's now more of a connection and a friendship and what is going to be lifelong. How's that changed you as you go into being an upperclassman and going to that next stage?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even like yesterday at the Pep Fest, it was so cool to see all the whole school just gathered up for these kids. It just made me so happy, and just the whole school behind these kids' back, it just means the world to them. And I think it's really cool how the school has been brought together from these kids.
Very cool. And we talked a little bit earlier as we were talking, and you guys talked about, Coach was saying that one of the things they wanted to bring up was, about these unified athletes. Not only are you guys coming down and being part of unified and being here to support them, but they come and support you guys as well.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so last Friday, between the girls and boys game, they did a halftime show.
Okay.
And they supported us, both of the teams, for both of the games, and it's just cool to see the support from them, and it's just a great experience for them, and I love how the whole community comes together, and it's just great all around.
I heard that it's more of than just the school with you guys. It's truly the Pequot Lakes community has really, since 2019 when you guys have started this, has really just totally bought into what unified is and what unified means.
Yeah, I mean, the whole school and community has bought into it. I mean, I got into it because my sister did it.
Okay.
And I thought it was a cool experience, so I wanted to try it this year, and it's totally worth it. It's just so much fun, and it's so fun to see these kids grow and just the experiences they get like this one, which is a great opportunity for them.
So last question for you. If you've got classmates or other schools where students are listening to this broadcast and we're talking about Unified, big shot missed there by Lance, goes long, has to get back on defense as your score is changed 36-32 as we've been talking. If you could give them a sales pitch of why to join Unified.
Yeah.
What did you say?
It's just so much fun. I mean, it sounds pretty simple, but it's all I have to say about it. It's just so much fun to see these kids grow. And even at like the Pet Fest, they're getting interviewed in front of the school, and they just like, what really stuck out to me is they said one word, and it was family. And I just thought that was very cool. And it's very rewarding. I just love to see these kids grow, like I said.
And as for me, I'm sure it's going to be the same for you. The thing for Unified with me is that I can be having the absolute worst day, and I walk into that class or that event, and the worst day is gone.
Yeah.
Because all there are smiles and happiness.
Yeah, and they all just like what you said, smile, and they just brighten your day, truly. And it's just great to like walk into class and just have that energy from everyone.
Moore with a big three-pointer there to extend that lead, now out 5. So big swing there for the Patriots, coming back as they were down 5 at half, and now back up 5. Kicker up off the glass. Well, Coach, I want to let you get back to doing your coaching duties. We appreciate you coming down.
Thank you for having me.
You and all your kids are doing.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Right.
Same with you.
Tell me, how do I actually say it?
Harsha.
Would you ask Coach Harsha to come chat with me?
Yes, I will. For sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was Coach Birkland taking a few moments with us here as he's headed back down to get to the bench and do his job and get his athletes ready and get a win. 11:36 left here, and the Rails down 5 by 5. Lance down with it. He's got more defensively up off the glass, just too hard, but there is the only Parker Swart with a big reach paw to grab, drops it in and drops that lead down to 1. So 11:13 left here, and I'm going to have to do this again because I'm a big ADH'er. See, I even forgot to put letters in what I was trying to say. I just asked Coach Berglund how I'm actually saying that. Harsha.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Coach Harsha with us from Pequot Lakes. Thank you for taking a few moments with us. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Just had a great conversation with Coach Birkland, one of your student coaches, and I had the opportunity to talk about the Pep Fest last week and to talk about just the community drive since this program has started in Pequot. And Pequot and Proctor, they're two teams that see each other basketball quite a bit, and we fight for that section space and stuff like that. So to be able to be down here and have this piece is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's been an amazing experience to have these kids be out on this court. It's like the ultimate place to play, and they've been talking about it all week, last week even, just reminding their friends like they get to play here. So it's been incredible, and we're so happy to be here.
Very cool. So tell us a little bit about the history of your program.
Yeah, so we've had our unified physical education class for quite a few years. It's been building every year, and it's just been something that the kids love to be a part of. And it's not just in the class, but in the hallways and in the lunchroom and outside of school. It's just really cool to see the relationships and friendships that have been built through these classes.
More long pass, can't keep it, goes out of bounds. Yeah, and all the people I've talked to today, the big thing we talk about, and I think you and I talked about it before the game, was, we really go from being groups to being unified. And I know that sounds like an easy hit back over the net because, well, we're at a unified event, but it really is what it is. And like I talk with the Proctor Rails, and I don't know where your classroom is, but my classroom is in the senior hallway, even though I'm a high school, middle school teacher. And the cool part for me is I get to hear the conversations in my hallway from our unified and our unified partners. And it's never, hey, Chloe, and Chloe goes, hi, and walks away. It's, oh, James or Noah or whatever, and they start having an actual conversation.
Right, yeah, it's meaningful, and it's genuine, and that's what I notice from all of my students that come to our class, that it's not just about them being with each other, it's about the whole group
Yeah.
being as one, and
Yeah.
that's the incredible part.
So tell me, it's kind of a two-piece question because anybody who's watching knows Unified and knows why Unified is important. But it's a double-edged sword because what this kind of a program brings to a Unified partner and a Unified athlete are two totally different things.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
tell me what you're seeing on your Unified partner side and what you're seeing and what those changes are.
Yeah, so when they first start in the class, they're a little nervous to kind of jump right in, and some of them aren't quite sure, what to do right away, but the next couple of days, they figure it out, and they're able to just be hanging out in class and understanding each other. And the Unified partners are building those lifelong skills of patience, understanding, and just knowing that these students are bringing things to the table that they didn't realize they have the abilities to do a lot of really good things.
Right. If you didn't see that, it was a big long pass from from Moore to Arnold, and Arnold had the shot, but just got a little too strong on it, and here come the rails. And so go to the other side. What about for your athletes? I mean, how does that change them from being, again, I hate to go this route, but it just fits, from being a group to being unified?
Absolutely, yeah, and that's the whole idea of the program, is just to make it so that everyone is a unified group, not just
we're
singletons.
Humans.
And yes, we're all one people, and they just are seeing their friends in the hallways and talking about, seeing them at the grocery store, and it's just really amazing to see how they've grown to be able to have conversations with these Unified partners, and it's just one of those things that it's so heartwarming.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a pretty intense game.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. I mean, it's like I shouldn't have actually called you over so you could actually be doing your job.
No, we've got our coaches. They're doing
absolutely.
great.
They're doing a great job and a great interview. So Rails take a 3-point lead, 5:55 left here, second half. So I'll leave it with, I have two questions left. One, and I know that Coach Berkman talked a little bit about it, but you being kind of more in tune to the X's and O's of the community and not the game.
Yeah.
Super strong community in the Pequot Lakes area.
Yeah.
Oh, got a foul called. All right, cool. Walk us through that. I mean, your program 2019.
Yeah, so we've truly started doing unified sports to 2019, and having these opportunities, and it's just grown from there. And like you mentioned, the community members, they come and support, and they donate, and they are also what helps us become a program.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, you're right, because without that community, which these guys are a huge part of that community, you don't have it. So That's super cool. So I'll leave you with this, and I asked Coach Berglund the same thing. But if you were trying to sell Unified, if you were going into a class of kids who knew nothing about it, and you were trying to make that push, how would you sell it?
I would just say being a part of something that's bigger than them, and understanding that we're all here for the same reason, and that's to enjoy life and have fun, and it's just an amazing experience for everyone.
Yeah, I like that piece, that we're just here to enjoy life, because it doesn't matter. We all look different. We may learn different. We may have a tick. I mean, I'm ADHD, OCD. I've got my things going on. Maybe a little anxiety is there, we'll tell. So we all have something, but it's a space where we can just be humans and not have to put labels on each other.
Exactly, yeah, and it's a unified front, and everyone just is there for the same thing, and that's just to be a part of something bigger than themselves.
That's awesome. Well, Coach, thank you not only for taking time to come chat with us, but more importantly, thank you for what you're doing in your community, your school, because wholeheartedly agree, and the reason why we're doing all 4 of these games today is that this is some of the most important broadcasting I do every year, and my students and I are blessed to be able to have you guys allowing us to do this. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
And likewise, we appreciate you guys giving our community this opportunity if they weren't able to make it down here. So thanks again. We appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. Well, we'll let you get back to it. And there's and one going to happen. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That was Coach Harsey. We appreciate her stopping by and having a couple of words with us and taking the time away from the bench. And just a great program at Pequot Lakes. So thank you for that. Kicker trying to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way, and does. And he drops that 45-39, 4:06 left here, second half. Remember, the winner of this will move on to the championship game. The other team will move on to the third place game. Championship game will be played first. The third place game played after that. Both games will be live here on Rails TV. And that's going to be nice job. That is picked up. And going to try to go the other way is Melina Scott. She gives this off to Johnson Puglisi. Johnson throws it away and couldn't get it to fall, but it's in the hands of Moore, who pushes it out to the waiting Wallen. Sorry, Wallen stuck on a corner there as he gave up his dribble. Anderson there. Far side pass, and trying to get a hand on it was Kicker. That's going to go out of bounds. We got a shoe issue. Jay Buckets had a blowout over on the other side. So we'll get that blowout fixed, and we'll get back to action here. 3:14 left here, second half. Wallen takes the shot. Going to fall short. Down into Parker Swart's hands. Swart coming back the other way. Big bucket there. Hitting buckets is buckets. And Hoppy, you are absolutely welcome. I'm glad we could do this. And glad that the home fans are getting a chance to see it. And it's up off the glass for two to extend the lead. Rails now up 11. Wallen going to bring it up the other side. Has help, now going to drive towards the baseline. That's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say that went off of Anderson's hand. So that'll be will stay with Pequot Lakes. High floater try. Anderson down with it. Pushes off the lens. Lens pushes it up bucket. Buckets. And that's going to get off his hands. Can he save it? He does. Turns. Big three attempt. Oh, I thought we had a bingo, but it is not going to be there. But Kicker saves it. Going to get it back in or out of the hands. Now back to Kicker. Kicker into the paint. Hits the block. Up off the glass. Gets it to fall. Johnson Puglisi puts this one up, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Jack Moore and Swanson coming into the game. Number 30 gives some of the greatest hugs on the planet, and here we go. Buckets wanted to stay longer, and he's going to get a swap out as Jack comes in. Jack told me he was tired earlier today. I said, what else are you? And he said, ready to play. So there we have it. Lenz can't get it to fall. Goes around the other way. Camera. And can't get it to fall. Swart, we made sure to avert the camera blockage. Big pass. Here's Lenz. He brings it down right at the block, up off the glass. Foul! And he gets it to go for two. So the Rails increase the lead 13. And we have 46 seconds left here in this game as the Rails are trying to get back to that championship game as they were last year. Arnold, they're going to say he stepped on the end line, but good shot there by Johnson Puglisi. And he puts it up and he gets the two. I'm giving it to him because he worked hard. got a smile on his face. He's doing his thing. The official talking to me about something, not sure. Clock ticking, under 30. Into the corner for Lenz. Lenz, big three. And he hits the bingo. Oh, they're going to say it was a 2. He was just outside the line. I thought we had the bingo, but we do not. This is Moore. Moore chucks it up, and down there is Arnold. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's Wallen. Arnold is at the top of the key. Big three. Can't get it to fall. Down with it are the rails. That's going to be knocked out of the hands by Wallen. And there is going to be your final 54-39. And your Rails will move on to the championship game and will face off against Champlin Park. Wow, what a game. What a great job here by both teams. Real big back and forth, especially in the first half. Again, Rails were up 5, lost that 5-point lead, and Pequot Lakes then went up 5 and then come back the other way. And now the Rails pull out a big victory here, 15-point victory, and good job to them. We have about 15 minutes here before we will have the championship game. We're going to sign off. We want to say thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you to Luke Smith for being our producer and director. Thank you to Carter Ringel for being on camera. And especially a huge thank you to the Special Olympics and to the Proctor Public Schools administration for allowing us to bring this. So we'll have the championship game coming up next. We'll be back. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you in a bit.
At Proctor Public Schools, we're more than just a district. We're a journey. Every day, our teachers, staff, and students work together, building knowledge, confidence, and character mile by mile. From our early learners to our graduates ready for the world ahead, we're fueling curiosity, connecting ideas, and driving innovation, all while keeping our eyes on the horizon. Because here in Proctor, we don't just ride the rails, we are the rails, educating, engaging, and inspiring the next generation to go full steam ahead.